Going over the top. www.cnh.com. Going over the top. India is among the few countries with a federal structure and a GST regime. Multiple rates structure are a key problem, added to which is that local bodies can also impose taxes on top of GST, as we see in Tamil Nadu's cinemas. The desire to tax items seen as luxuries, plus many exemptions that come with all Indian rules and regulations, leads to complications that may take time to set right. Despite problems, though, GST may be a step in the right direction even if it doesn't strictly adhere to the one nation, one tax principle. However, conflicts are yet to be resolved on several services that aren't yet on the GST bandwagon. Cinema in Tamil Nadu is more than an entertainment and leisure sector. Making, displaying and viewing films have a substantial political color. Where the industry and exhibitors feel the heartache most is dual taxation of 28% GST on tickets above Rs 100 plus 30% municipal and local body tax. A 58% tax on movie tickets is prohibitive, but then the state had exempted Tamil films from entertainment tax, leading to a sham in which conversion of black money into white was perfected by some people. GST plus local entertainment levy on cinema is, however, excessive and affects ordinary citizens too. This indirect tax policy is far from perfect, and the center and states must agree to modify their positions to make it fair and equitable. All the southern states have agreed not to slap taxes over and above GST on cinema. Tamil Nadu is just being greedy. Comments. Visit website. JD, you must repair ties quickly. www.cnh.com. JD, you must repair ties quickly. The back and forth between the Congress and Bihar CM Nitish Kumar's JDU in recent days, flowing from their differences over the choice of candidate in the presidential election, can't be deemed a breakdown of relations by any yardstick that governs political relations between allies, although this is the view of some people. Undoubtedly, the careless flinging of words of criticism of Mr. Kumar by senior Congress leader Ghulam Nabi Azad was unwarranted, but this doesn't imply that the Congress is an obstacle to the opposition parties joining forces to challenge the BJP. That appears too exaggerated an interpretation advanced by Mr. Kumar, who seems to forget he owes his current position to the politics played by the Congress before the Bihar Assembly polls in 2015, which the BJP lost. At the risk of annoying long-time partner RJD, led by Lalu Prasad Yadav, the Congress indicated its preference for Mr. Kumar after he broke with the BJP, although the ties between Mr. Kumar and Mr. Yadav were frosty. No one spoke about the sabotage of opposition unity then. As the Bihar CM backed the BJP's choice of Ramnath Kovind as presidential candidate, Mr. Azad aimed a barb at him and virtually called him opportunist and lacking in principle. Since this was coming from the smallest party in Bihar's governing alliance, it was to be expected that Mr. Kumar would return the compliment. Since then, both sides seem to have agreed to pull back. That makes political sense. Whether personal ties between Mr. Kumar and Mr. Azad will smoothen over easily can't be determined yet. But on Monday, both the Congress and JDU issued public statements stressing the primacy of continuing the Bihar alliance government. The RJD too has stressed this in recent days. It is something of a mystery why reports magnifying differences within the Bihar ruling coalition are being aired on a frequent basis. Differences doubtless persist. The RJD and JDU are both from the Lohia stream of politics, but found themselves on opposite sides of the divide over the issue of partnering the RSS BJP. It is only recently that they have joined hands against the BJP. The Congress is, historically, in an unfamiliar position. In different states it is coming to terms with regional parties that had been its opponents when it was the hegemon. As for the issue of the presidential election, Mr. Kumar went with the BJP's choice in an effort to win over the Koli segment of Bihar's Mahadalits, to which community the BJP's candidate belongs in up. As for the Congress, if it hadn't chosen a Dalit candidature of stature like Miss Meera Kumar, the BSP's Mayawati too would have gone with the BJP in the presidential election. Mr. Kumar should consider that. Comments visit website.